Hello, my name is Kunkel, and this is Rehabilitate, Recycle, Rehydrate. Here's my abstract describing my project that I will be explaining throughout the video, and here is a full spread of my work on concept board as it would look like if we could actually meet in person. My thesis began with research of the island of Hispaniola with Haiti and the Dominican Republic. I designed my site model with geometric section cuts in acrylic showing the topography of the island. The lack of vegetation due to deforestation is what first drew me to this site, being that it is a very important issue. I mapped out the vegetation on the island with wires strung through the model, which is more profound on the DR side, down here. Another common natural disaster that Haiti often faces is the hurricane. I diagrammed the effects and movements of hurricanes on Haiti in yellow. I knew that Haiti struggled with clean water and lack of plumbing, which is what my project began to be drawn to. More specifically, my site focused on the site of Port-au-Prince and Project Rouliard. This map right here is on the island, like it's around right here, and then I show the two sites. I began researching mosquitoes and discovered their unique needle mouth that splits into 6 parts. I was intrigued and thought to mimic their function in order to create an underground system. This model is a mechanism that stabilizes as it inserts itself into the ground, and this diagram shows the type of possible movements that the mechanism can go through. I then studied the respiratory patterns of frogs as they have a unique technique of separating carbon dioxide from oxygen and releasing it back into the atmosphere, which led me to think about how this could translate to a water filtration system. I began to diagram the movements through these drawings. The drawings led to this model, which incorporates tubing that allows water to flow through different types of filters. The frog respiratory patterns mainly influenced my form, but ended up inspiring the rest of my work as well. I made similar models to try to discover new information from tracings and overlappings. This gave me the idea to design an entire building with these models as the components that were repeated to form the building itself. Various components are created through unique folds and pockets that capture rain or hurricane water and filter it to produce clean water. I then created this other model with clay and different types of mesh to depict various filtration systems that the water might go through. This clay is meant to represent concrete or even terracotta that is casted onto the unique curves of the mesh. The mesh inside of the concrete allows for a stronger structure for the building to create a beautiful facade and interior. These next models are a little messier and less complex and a little smaller in scale than the clay model, but they allowed me to understand the individual folded components more clearly and how they may begin to connect with each other. These models were other variations as well, and I actually continued my original tracing method to create these unique images from side views right here and then top views right over here. These tracings were done in a similar manner, but with more detail from added transparencies from the intricate materials that are shown here from the more detailed models. I then decided to mess with scale and opacity to design a full-scale section of a building inspired by Frank Gehry's Louis Vuitton building. The more detailed model tracings became larger to form their own occupiable spaces, while the smaller, less detailed tracings helped form the overall structure of the building. The top folds catch rain and possible hurricane water, while the underground system from the mosquito system previously learns to absorb dirty water that's nearby. So bring back that little diagram there. The tubing takes it to the top and allows the water to filter through the building with the rest of the water. The plan over here is a lot more of a mechanical type of drawing and view of the building with the tubing and where the water could be collected as shown in the yellow circles here. After seeing the full section and understanding the different scales, I knew that the larger components would need a strong interior structure, so I began to envision the actual structure of the individual components as a full-scale structure. These show the interior framework of a potential component that would be essentially made out of steel. I then stretched material on the frame to continue my original idea of the unique curves created by the components, and added some plaster to the material to show how the surface of the component can become a strong, solid exterior. The system of multiple overlapping folded components are meant to either create their own building or be in addition to existing buildings. My original site is in Port-au-Prince, but this project may be adapted to multiple areas in need of clean water. Thank you.